And now we're talking with interior designer Michelle Sauter with One Coast Design. How are you, Michelle?
I'm doing great, Tim. How are you doing today?
Good, good. Michelle, take a moment and tell everyone about One Coast Design.
One Coast Design is an interior design firm. We're based in Somerville, but we do projects all over the place, and our clients come from all over too. So we specialize in new builds. We specialize in historic homes. We've seen the gamut. Our clients are always coming to us with the most unique projects and things for us to get our hands on and help them solve issues, whether it's structural things going on with older homes or if it's new builds, being able to work closely with their architects and also builders.
Mm-hmm.
So we have lots of really great relationships with vendors in the area, and we absolutely love working with homeowners to make their home perfect for them.
Well, I know that your ultimate goal is to design, help homeowners design the home that's perfect for them.
Yes.
But what is coastal design?
Coastal means different things to different people. I am dedicated to helping clients find their version of coastal. Our clients move here, like I said, from all over the country, all over the world. They're so excited to experience the Charleston lifestyle and we all love so much. My team and I love doing the deep dive to help each of these clients find their very own version of coastal. It means different things to different people. So that's our main North Star, is figuring out what your perfect coastal look is.
Gotcha. And I understand the offices of One Coast Design are located in a historic Somerville home. Can you tell me about the journey you took to renovate and restore this Somerville home?
Absolutely. We love this area. We love this home. We have a heart for historic homes. The Coburn Hutchinson house is considered rare for the area here in Somerville too. It's one of the only three Charleston single houses here in Somerville that hasn't been egregiously added on to. Its roots date back to about 1859. My husband's an engineer and I'm a designer. And when we decided to take this on, we were very excited. We both lived in historic homes separately and together now. Yeah, it was just a really unique opportunity for us to do something really fun together in this area. We decided on the name because it encompassed the names of the first families who lived here. We continue to restore the rooms inside one by one, from the kitchen to the bedrooms and everything in between. And it hasn't been easy. Friends always ask, are you finished yet? And I always say, honey, design is never done.
Yeah.
But the journey is always the fun part, right?
Right. Yeah. And that's interesting that you're married to an engineer because
Yes.
usually the way an engineer thinks is a little different from the way an interior designer thinks. That's maybe a little bit more on the creative side.
It's amazing how well aligned we are, though, because I'm very logical and think about structures all day long, and he's quite creative solving problems. Engineering problems are always going into the laboratory trying to figure stuff out. So we make a really good team with that kind of stuff. He's a little fancy around the edges. He just died if I said that, but yeah, he's a fancy.
Well, good deal. What sets One Coast Design apart from other interior design firms in Charleston?
We have a very unique way that we approach client jobs. Most of our clients are 55 and older. They're moving here from all different parts of the country, different parts of the world. And being in that age group, you collect things and you have things that you are bringing with you. And even though you're building a new home and you might have furniture from your other place, trying to insert it sometimes into a new build is not as easy as it sounds. So what we like to do is take a look at what you have. Take a look at exactly what you're bringing with you, whether it's collections of heirlooms. Our clients are well traveled. They have pieces that were made from their parents or handed down to them. We absolutely love incorporating those into their new design scheme. We're not everything must go and we're going to give you our version of coastal kind of designers. We love to see the pieces that you've collected, whether it be artwork, like I said, heirlooms. It's just really incredible, and it really truly makes your house a home to be able to incorporate and make them. A lot of times a painting can be a jumping off point for the whole color scheme of a room, and we're not afraid of color.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it needs to be, balanced out. Not everybody loves a ton of color. Everybody thinks they want to go and visit somebody whose home has a lot of color, and then they come home and they go, oh, thank goodness, my house is more like me. So that's what we endeavor to do. Strike a balance and find a scheme that really works for you, that you can be proud of, and that you don't look like your neighbors, and that you look very uniquely you.
Yeah, that's probably a relief to a lot of our listeners to hear, because most people have never worked with an interior designer, and one of the fears they may have is that the interior designer is going to push their style on the homeowner rather than
that happens. Yeah, that happens a lot.
Rather than what the approach that you take at One Coast Design, where you're trying to get a feel for what's important to the homeowners, and then working that into the overall scheme.
Yes, that's very well said. And I find that they just can't believe they found somebody that will truly, in the truest sense of the words, work with them.
Right. I saw on your website, onecoastdesign.com, that you will help a homeowner redesign just one room. What is a one-room wonder?
We had to add that because we were getting a lot of people that said, oh my goodness, I want you to do the entire house, but right now we can really only focus in this one area. Will you just do this? And we found that a lot of other designers wanted to do the whole home, and we're like, something, we're really onto something, because sometimes people just want their living room redone, or maybe just a kitchen or a bath, or even a guest room. So we could just focus on that. We take into consideration the entire home. We want to make sure it's all coordinating, but sometimes doing a guest bedroom or even a master bedroom completely from scratch, it really gives it a new lease on life.
Mm-hmm. Well, just a warning to our listeners, working with an interior designer can be habit forming, because once you have a great experience with an interior designer like Michelle Sauter with One Coast Design, suddenly the walls come down with that homeowner, and the thinking is, oh my gosh, I can't live without you. I don't want to make an expensive or a time consuming mistake choosing something. So all of a sudden they start leaning on that interior designer for all of their decision making. Have you found that to be the case with you folks?
We have had that happen so many times, I can't tell you. We kind of jokingly refer to it, and probably your listeners, I hope they're not offended by this, but like we call it the gateway drug. It's like once you see like what we can achieve for you, you kind of go bananas and go, oh my goodness, what else can we do?
Yeah.
And you brought up a really good point too, just about needing someone to help make those decisions out of the gate. We get a lot of calls from people that are buying a brand new home, and they live elsewhere, and the home is being built, and they think it's too early to call us because it's time to go figure out all of the finishes and the flooring and all of the accents and everything that the builder has to know that what they want. So we accompany clients to those meetings and help them make selections that will stand the test of time. I'm a big believer on classic, and having a home that we're really big on ROI, whether or not that's your forever home, or if you are just going to stay there for 10 years because you want to get closer to the beach, whatever it is. We're always very cognizant of your timeline, how much you want to invest in the space, but we can keep you from making those very costly mistakes out of the gate by picking things that are a little bit, they're on trend, but they're a little trendy overall. Mm-hmm. So we can kind of circumvent that a little bit.
Yeah, nobody wants a dated looking home, and so how do you at One Coast Design emphasized timeless design versus those latest trends that come and go?
Well, there are things that are classic, and there's a reason that they're classic is because they've been around a while. a lot of times things that are vintage will come back into vogue. People say, oh, white subway tile is out. Well, don't tell all of the people that are putting in these gorgeous multi-million-dollar homes and still using white subway tile and guest showers and all different, just pool houses, different areas, because it is so classic and it's never going to go out. You can change the color of your cabinetry. You can change the color of the walls. You can change artwork, seasonal throw pillows. But if you can get those classic elements in there out of the gate, you're never going to feel like your home is in a time capsule.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
updates are a lot easier.
Well, you bring up a good point. The classic subway tile. Our previous home was built in the 40s and has white subway tile
It's gorgeous.
in the bathroom. So it's one of those things that never goes out of style.
The Vizcaya, hotel down in Miami, you go in there and their kitchens that were built in the, late 1800s, early 1900s, that whole area just sprang up. It's the Deering Estate. You go into the kitchens and it's all white subway tile.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so elegant and so timeless. And it's just like, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. What role does the homeowner play in the design process?
We're totally involved with them right from the get-go. We're always communicating with our clients from the moment we meet them to the final installation and beyond. I mean, we usually end up working with on other homes that they have, and we love that. We love our repeat clients. We have some clients that are on their third and fourth homes with us, and we're so thankful for that loyalty. But we take all kinds of notes about their lifestyle and livability and what they need in their home. And I always say, this is one of my mantras, you get to live here. It needs to be perfect for you. So we really take that into consideration to make sure that all of the details are being handled according to exactly what they need and want. Mm-hmm. We love that.
Yeah. Well, how can folks get more information about One Coast Design and to learn about the unique One Coast Design process?
Sure. They can follow us on Instagram at One Coast Design, and the one is spelled out, ONE, Coast Design. They can reach out to me personally. My email address is michelle@onecoastdesign.com. You can go on our website. You can poke around in there. There's an intake form on there, too. It's very casual. You just reach out to us and say, hey, I'm working on my bathroom, and I'm kind of stuck. We get that a lot. We're moving into the area in 6 months, and we just bought a house and we have to pick out finishes and we're just a little nervous. Can you help? So we reach right back out and get something going with them. And we just love that. We love being involved from the ground floor because we really feel that helps the homeowner not get overwhelmed because there are an ocean of details that need to be established, and it can be overwhelming especially for a new homeowner.
Well, it's as cliche as it sounds. It's the biggest investment in your life, your home,
correct.
And why would you want to? I sometimes think that women in particular feel pressure to make those design decisions themselves when that's not the case. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. So.
You got that right, and I'm right here to help you.
Well, good deal. Well, we have been talking with interior designer Michelle Sauter with One Coast Design. Thanks so much, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Tim, for having me. I really appreciate it.